Hello, and welcome to Reflections, episode 11. This episode is called Peace in Palmetto, as in Palmetto State Park.
And peace in it.
As in peace of mind. Let's jump right in.
What?
Looking at memes before we head out. Today we have Danny and O'Malley joining us. We have Palmetto State Park. Should be fun.
And there's not any treacherous hiking, so that's usually the problem is O'Malley tries to pull you down the mountain or whatever you're climbing, so.
Yeah, Heather's actually been there before.
It's just like regular trails, so I think they'll be fine.
We will see.
But this should be maybe second to last weekend in the tiny tent.
As in Garner State Park.
Yeah, that was the last time we had camped with the dogs, and clearly that was still very much on my mind of how, rough it was with O'Malley pulling and stuff while we were doing that type of hiking.
What I'm realizing about these videos is that O'Malley also is on a journey, just like us, to find peace or calm. And I know us as the dog, the ones responsible for the animal, do have a very heavy influence on his behavior. So you can tell our anxiety means that he's anxious, but I like to say that he has his own thoughts too.
To last weekend in the tiny tent with them.
Yes, we really need to upgrade our tent because there's not too much room. This experience really is just for the dogs to get out and experience the world. Well, I mean, you have those dogs that just stay at home all day and don't see anything. But what a better life it would be for little puppies if they could see and experience things. See, look at Danny. She is so excited. And it's a sign when they get really excited. Like, what does that mean?
You ready?
Just look at him.
Good boy.
I wonder if because you were talking about it being good for the dogs to get out and see the world, but I guess the same could be said for humans.
It's all projection.
Yeah.
I'm everything I'm saying about the dogs, is it just about me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I saying, oh, it'd be good for... it's good for any creature to travel, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. And I was excited to upgrade the tent.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's coming up. Just stay tuned. There's more additions to our stuff.
Good boy.
Okay. Sit down, boob. Move your booty.
Here we go.
That's a face of shamefulness because somebody forgot the main camera that we use. So the whole reason we're doing this, just leave him in charge of camera stuff and packing his own undies and things like that. And I literally take care of everything else and make sure we have everything we need for the camping part of it. And we're 20-30 minutes from home and we have to turn around. What do you have to say for yourself?
I can't say anything.
I still love you. I think we can recover. What do you think, guys?
That was brutal.
Yeah, that was mean.
I mean, that's just...
Yeah.
Because you do have a point, You do take care of a lot of things, and then whenever I say, oh, I forgot the one thing I'm responsible for.
Yeah.
Oh, that cost us an hour or more,
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Right.
But
yeah, because it's just not being, sometimes not being organized can, throw a wrench in plans. So
That's normally what it does.
Yeah, and yeah. So I'm like judging you for your lack of system. Because I had developed mine or whatever, even though I forgot the lighter on like our first time camping. But I had much improved since then, and yeah, it seems like I'm a little resentful at this point of like how much I'm doing versus like what you're doing. But like we've said before too, is like at this point, like you hadn't made any videos about any of this, and so you were like, hey, I have this idea, let's do this. And then I was like, okay, sure. Now obviously we know it was good to just do it anyways, whether there was ever going to be a video made or not. But at that point I was kind of like, hey, like what's your part in this? Because it just seems like I'm doing a lot of work. I don't know.
Yeah, you found out.
So I'm a little bitter there.
Found me out.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here driving a car. Called me out.
Yeah.
And then the dogs have an opinion, or you ask for their opinion.
What do you think, Ice?
They don't care.
So I did read there's like a 20% chance of rain or whatever. You need to.
It's like carrying around a rock that rolls around and barks
Yeah.
by itself.
Yeah, because you couldn't like Danny's like tied up to the picnic bench over yonder because she's like fine by herself, but he was like, we had tried that already and he was really worked up and like crying and stuff, and so you like tied him to your belt trying to, you know, appease him, but it still wasn't enough. So that's just like a testament to his kind of like
Clinginess, or just not being used to it all.
Right.
As we look at Lake Somerville, that was very enclosed. That's my theory on why he's different on this one, because this is very open. You can just see people walking around and just things are happening all around him.
Yeah.
And it's over.
There was a lot going on.
Overstimulating.
Yeah.
Oh, they're underneath everything.
Will you go get the pillows?
Sure. Come on, Ohm.
Sit.
Our nicknames for the animals are starting to get revealed.
Yeah.
Ohm, short for O'Malley.
Yeah. Or Omi. You can call him that too. Danny would be like Dan sometimes. So
Just keep that in mind.
not just misspelled.
You're not getting in.
Are you holding on? Come on, Boo. And we have the O'Malley cam. Just to
Put a GoPro on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How frantic his point of view is, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor thing.
Dan.
The dogs are not being cooperative at all.
I still love them. I still love them. I still love them. I still love them.
The love is being tested today. They're just pulling a lot and being very excited, but we can't let them more than this far apart from us. And O'Malley needs to graze.
Apparently.
Don't eat grass.
Hey, no sir.
Let's go. But yeah,
This is a pretty spot.
it is a pretty spot. It's a neat little...
Omi, just enjoy the view.
You had to remind yourself that you loved everybody you were with there.
Yeah. I was a little annoyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were watching this back, I was like, oh, this makes me think of like anytime anyone's ever asked us like, when are you having kids? And it's like, got some patience to work on.
Oh.
Because like it was just really a lot. Just like they're like, I mean, adding anything into the mix of like something kind of new that you're trying can be kind of stressful, and you can tell that I'm like trying not to get like resentful of like the people and animals in my life that are kind of like, also existing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just, I don't know. Yeah, I was just kind of maxed out in other aspects of my life. So then I had really little patience for like my family, at this point in time. And that's showing here. Yeah.
O'Malley, leave it alone. Let's get moving. O'Malley's trying to make a armadillo friend. Go. Go. He's not interested.
Danny managed to get on the wrong side of me again.
That has to be the toughest job out of this whole operation, is walking both of the dogs at once.
It is.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
You have the
If
hardest
you were
job.
wondering, yeah.
Hardest job.
Yeah.
It is crazy just to add. It seems like you're adding to your stress. At times, it can seem like that when you go camping, right?
Yeah.
It's like, why am I doing this if all I feel is stressed out when I go?
But that's not, realistically, that's not all you feel. But there definitely are moments. Yeah.
Because we want to take our precious puppies with us, but also they have their own personalities,
It's a nice way to put it, yes.
Yes, we can't stop them from being who they are. There's just certain compromises that need to be made between us and the dogs.
Oh.
But sometimes O'Malley doesn't agree. He doesn't understand the rules. I don't know how many times we've tried to explain it to him, but Palmetto is really cool.
It's like spooky.
Very swampy. Really good.
I think like what you just said about like kind of like accepting, I know they're dogs, okay, but like accepting them for like who they are, like that's kind of important. And I think that's why, like, honestly, O'Malley is less, O'Malley still has a very similar personality. He is less anxious than he was back then, but even like recently we were camping at McKinney Falls like a couple of weeks ago, and he was there was a moment where he was just a nightmare, where I was like, oh, and so, but I think just like my patience with him and like understanding him and like, has come a long way. And with you too, like I was learning to do that with you too, like accept you for who you are. Like, sometimes you're less organized than me and like can be kind of forgetful, so
happens to the best of us,
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels like there's just an underlying metaphor. But I'm not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, while I was there, I was just like, yeah, O'Malley's just crazy. I don't know.
Very swampy. Really good thing about this park so far that I have heard or haven't heard is cars on the highway. So you really feel like you're alone. And I don't know if this is just unique to our experience right now.
It seems a little off the beaten path.
Yes. Right now, all I'm hearing is nature. Does it look
This
good?
also might be our first experience with rain. There's a 20% chance.
20% chance of rain.
So
I say bring it on.
we don't have.
I'm just like I'm like a little rain cloud because I was worried. I was really worried that it was going to rain because we started off camping without the rainfly at all. And then the camping trip before this at Pedernales, we finally like got the rainfly from your parents. But when we stayed at Pedernales, we also realized that like the rainfly didn't fit the tent very well because it was like it was just like a
Wasn't good.
it wasn't like the best tent
High
or whatever.
quality,
Yeah,
yeah.
not high quality, but so like there would definitely be some spots where like rain could get through. It didn't really like cover all of the netted areas, and so I was really like, I don't know, I guess I was like waiting. I was like, I feel like the other shoe's about to drop soon. Like I think, but it was more about like my patience with it, other than there actually being like imminent danger. Like I think I was just like looking for the next thing, like a thing to send me over the edge because I was already ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was ready to go over the edge. So, but I was like, well, I need a reason to, yeah.
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 Like, what's wrong with it? It hasn't rained. What's wrong with no rainfly?
Yeah.
Bad rainfly.
We don't have our new tent with our better rainfly yet, so you might regret saying that. And we have the dogs.
Yeah,
So.
combination of being in a swamp in the rain with
Yeah.
dogs. I mean, just look at this right here. This is like Jurassic Park or something. Very naturey.
Is that a word?
That's a good
Adjective?
description of a state park.
I feel like it used to say wildlife.
I don't know.
Omi, do you want to view wildlife with me? You are wildlife. Alright. Sit down and view. And be quiet. Yeah, right. I hear a wild. Do you hear it? You just like chill for a second. Hey, let me send some calm energy into you.
You know how to do that?
Probably not at that time, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure if I was actually sending calm energy into him based on the rest of like what I'm like, yeah, my mannerisms and like what I'm like, how I'm talking and stuff. I don't think I was very calm. But I do think I was like trying to be, and then like all the things around me were like kind of chaotic. So yeah.
Yeah, you do close your eyes and
I
breathe
tried,
in and out.
yeah.
Like, you do all the right steps here.
No, he's ignoring it. He's ignoring the calm energy.
This is very peaceful. Lots of crickets, cicadas, birds.
Yeah, you did a good job of like showing the calmness, because there was like a sense of just like peace. That's why it's called peace in Palmetto there, because it's just like so quiet, and yeah, all the trees and like all the little critter noises. I don't know, there's just something about it.
I think that's why we call it spooky so much, because it's eerie.
Yeah.
How much nature is just going on, and it's loud in your head, but that's just what nature sounds like.
Right.
It's just things happening, and a car drives by and you feel safer because of that, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you're around more people, so then it's just the way our brains work, I guess. But this is interesting, though.
I think this way would be quicker to go back. We could go this way. This place is great though, so far. Like when you're driving through on a road, you don't notice the type of trees and landscape around you. So that's why it's good to have these little areas designated to camping. It's very small, which you might think it's not worth going there. I'm sorry, it's not the Grand Canyon. But Palmetto State Park, so far, super awesome. It's a testament to show what is so great about Texas state parks, which is...
That was cheesy. That was really cheesy.
I think this is me trying to make the video thing work.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, Heather, add to this because I don't know what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
When you drive through a park, you don't pay attention because you're driving. But then when you're at the park, I'm trying something.
I know, but I think a part of what it is like when you throw it to me to like get me to like say something that you want or whatever, then I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like it's only when it's my idea where I'm like, oh, I do have this thing to say, and I'll add this to it. But like whenever you try to pass it to me, I'm like, nope. So maybe that's why these haven't been around for 4 years, because it was really hard to work with me.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because we've tried the sitting down twice.
Yeah.
Sitting down and talking, and that's like uncomfortable. You're like, I don't like that.
And then this was like the vlogging during type.
It's like, oh, she's saying something, and I was trying to get you to say something here.
Yeah.
But then still didn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is kind of fun to see the little tests.
Yeah.
Like of what's
this going to be? What are we going to do with this? Yeah.
Dynamic works. Yeah.
What's cool about Texas state parks is that whoever cut the lines out, put the boundaries around every Texas state park, knew what they were doing.
Okay.
They said, hey, this part's cool. Don't build a Walmart on it. People need to see this. That's what they said, whoever they are, the founding fathers of state parks.
Well, like, there's a lot.
So then I said it my way, and then look what happens. Look what you start talking.
Well, like, there's a lot of them that are somewhat close together. Like, even though they're close together, they each have their own unique, like, pieces of Texas.
Oh. We have a person, we gotta shut up. Hello.
Oh yeah, we put the cameras away, or we don't ever vlog when people are around.
Yeah.
That's just...
Well, for one, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
For two, it's also, I feel like it can take from other people's experience. Like, in the same way, if I'm, like, hiking on a trail and somebody's like, today we're blah, 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 like, on the trail with me, it just, like, takes you out of that, like, element. And so we try not to do that. But then also, it's just because we get embarrassed about it. It's like...
I mean, it's... Yeah. It's funny, though, because we gotta
like,
shut up. We were onto something, but then shut up.
Yeah, this was also probably a good park to like practice this type of like vlogging at, because there isn't a lot of people. It's not like a super busy park. And so for the most part, we didn't really like come across very many people on the trails. But if we would have tried to start this like at a more popular, like if we tried to start it at like Pedernales or something, where there's like a lot more people around usually, then yeah, I would have rejected it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to work your way up.
She's not past me.
Oh, wow. Got a little field over here.
Okay. Move up.
What happened?
They're plotting against me.
I'm going to walk over to it. I'm not going to go into it, though. Some people might ask me,
That's with the boundaries, the lines, the state park.
The state park boundaries, yeah. Because the rest is all cleared out.
It's so different between the two, yeah. One's probably cleared it for the farmland, and then they preserved, like literally a few 100 feet away is the swampy palmetto-ness.
Right.
So that's why they preserved it, is because it would just be like that field.
Right.
Probably. Yeah. Unless it naturally occurred along this fence line.
Yeah, which can sometimes.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if that would happen.
what the heck are you doing going to every single Texas state park? And I used to tell them, I don't know. But I think now I figured it out. Heather?
I think that even though there's like 80 plus and some of them are in the same area, they all have little pieces of Texas that make them a little bit different from park to park. So far, everyone we've been to is unique and different from the last.
I lived in Texas my whole life. Why stay in one area? Why not see the little hidden gems
But like
of the place you grew up? The
Like-
cool ones.
I don't care as much about the cities. I feel like I've visited every major city in Texas, but I want to see the little pieces you don't think about seeing.
Yeah, and you might think, oh boy, the world's ending. What am I gonna do? For $20 freaking, you can go to any Texas state park, majority of them located in central Texas, so there's still hope.
As long as you have gas money
Just need some gas money.
and a tent and a cooler.
Well, yeah, you can do a day pass. You don't need a tent.
You need a parks pass. It makes it way cheaper.
Get you a state parks pass for $70,
$75.
$75, and then day passes are free. So on the weekends, instead of being on social media, you know what's easier and better for your health? At least for me. I don't know. I don't want to speak for everybody.
What are you like?
It's balancing idealism and realism. It's like this optimism. It's like, yeah, the world's in COVID. That's what
Right.
the world's
That's what
ending.
that was referring to.
It's
Yeah.
COVID and social media, and then you find, I don't know, I liked what you said about the little hidden gems, the little undiscovered parts
Yeah.
that were hidden.
Yeah.
If you do that with the place you're from, Texas, for us, then you might just find little hidden parts of yourself.
Yeah, I mean this part of our journey definitely like made me more appreciative and like content like living in Texas too. Because yeah, we've just seen like a lot of cool parts of it. Cause yeah, like I said, like I've seen all the cities and stuff, which are cool too. Like they have a lot to offer. But it was just really, I think, a good thing for me to see different parts. Because, like, we've seen, like, the desert. We grew up in the desert. But then we've also been further out west and seen, desert and mountains. And we've seen the mountains in Guadalupe National Park. And then we've seen the beaches at Galveston. And we've seen the swamps at Palmetto. And so it's definitely, like, opened my eyes to, like, how beautiful Texas is, because when you're just like driving around interstates and even like back roads in between towns and stuff, sometimes things get really like monotonous, like just the same over. You're like, I'm seeing the same thing over and over and over again, and like sometimes the landscape doesn't change that much from the interstate or from what you're seeing on the, you know, sides of back roads. It's just like farmland, and so it's been cool to kind of really get out into places, which I guess is the point of state parks. Like that's literally why they exist in national parks, because they kind of show some of the cool parts of each little area.
Yeah. What makes it so important?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know. I don't want to speak for everybody.
What are you, a life coach now?
I'm just saying.
It's better for me, for sure, because I would get a little down in the dumps on the weekends.
Yeah. Heather's a teacher. She, of all people, knows what stress is. So if you go to a state park every weekend, what has that done for you, Heather?
That helps me.
Throw it back at you.
Yeah.
Oh, we were already on to something, though.
Yeah.
I just really like this conversation that we're having. It's like it feels way more natural than any conversation we had previously. Because I don't know where all this excitement is coming from. I'm just really excited, but I think I was trying to hype.
Yeah.
I probably could feel a little bit of it's not, I wouldn't say resentment, just, but it's just kind of like, I do need to make something.
Yeah. And you can like, even like through this conversation, you can kind of like see my barriers coming down where like I'm getting like less mean and like I'm participating more in it as we're like walking along. But I think in a way we're like talking it out amongst each other as well. Like, what are we doing here? What's the point of all this? What do we think of what we're doing? And so you're like recording it like as like we're gonna show it or whatever. But I think that was also us like talking about it for one of the first times, like because we weren't talking about it. Yeah
We had to do it in the video.
That helps me like refresh, recharge a lot better than sitting on my couch and spiraling about what I had to do like the next week and worrying about all the things that were to come. Like when we're here, I feel like I can actually let go, which is really hard for me to do.
That's let go of stress, not let go of her sanity.
Yes. It's helping me not let go of my sanity.
Oh, I want to walk this way. Just to look.
Yeah. Good stuff. I just felt like I needed a pause there too, because that was like now there's going to be a new thing.
Next, yeah.
Yeah. Teaching during COVID. I mean, we're always reminded of that.
Like I was not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not the end of the world, though, turns out. That wasn't it. Even though it could feel like it.
Just to look. What the heck? Trail just kind of ends.
O'Malley, can you like take a break from peeing on things to enjoy the beauty of the moment? Yeah. I like the contrast of like those spooky trees and then all of a sudden there's like this beautiful clear meadow and you have like a really pretty view of the glow of the sunset.
See, this is something your couch at home.
Now I'm wondering if the trees were cleared or not. I'm going to have to look into that. Because that's so many trees and then they just stop suddenly.
Yeah.
But the contrast you pointed out, something that I was thinking about. But and here I go on my rant some more.
See, this is something your couch at home wouldn't give you. Sure, you can watch something like this on Netflix or whatever. This is getting a little spooky though.
Yeah.
What's this behind this tree? It's a jar. Should I open it? Whoa.
I guess we'll read that.
Samoyed is like a type of dog, and it was named Q-Tip,
Oh my gosh.
which is a really cute name for that type
I've
of
been
dog.
trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
What that all meant.
Yeah.
Tried to run away from my parents and give us a heart attack, but we found him and we found this. So he ran to the spot.
Yeah.
And then they found this little
Yep.
jar and then they left the note.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
From Jam and Q-Tip.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That was just right before.
Yeah, because this was from November 2nd, and we were there on the 7th. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I like read this and then didn't know exactly what a
You were
Q-tip.
reading? Yeah,
Yeah.
what the context was.
But I mean, that is pretty self-explanatory, yeah.
That's neat.
That was from 2018.
Right. So that was interesting too. Well, like I wasn't there, but whenever I left, wandered off. But like when I was watching this back, I was like, oh, like the older ones are like from 2018, and then there's nothing in between until 2020, right before we were there. So I thought that was kind of a fun thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and there's another one, 2018.
I lost Heather. She just kept walking, or she was getting dragged by Danny and O'Malley.
I didn't have any desire to know what was in that jar.
You know what it was?
No.
It was like a geocache thing. People left little notes and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
It is cool, but you missed out.
Well, I thought it was going to be a jar of somebody's pee or something.
Difference between our personalities.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
But you missed out.
Yeah. I remember like walking away and like I thought you were gonna be like behind me, and I like went a pretty far ways. So like
Yeah.
when you caught up to me just then, I had turned around because I was like, oh, I don't want to be like out here by myself in the dark, and
It's
I don't know
spooky.
where he is.
It's spooky. And then it continuously gets darker and darker because we were at the park border, so like we were pretty deep in the trail. I know the crossroads was this goes farther, this probably goes back,
Yeah.
and we took the farther route, and
Yeah.
that's why we're getting back so late here. Oh, hey, Smoosh.
Yeah.
I've been afraid he's gonna jump around.
Steering wheel. Hi. Hi. He's so much less polite about it. He's comes on in the middle. Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, there you go.
I love that transition because it's like Danny looks up like she's looking at the stars, and then it like shows me like maybe starting to look at what she's looking at, and then it like cuts to the crazy stars that were at Palmetto. Like it was really beautiful there. And we didn't have the rain fly on, and so when you're in the tent you just like look up, you know, through the ceiling or whatever, and just under those stars, and
Not one cloud in the sky.
yeah, and it was really beautiful. But also that little fireside part is really sweet because it shows mine and Danny's little bond.
Just how sweet Danny is.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Basically the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Oh boy. How are you?
Fine. I'm ready for our bigger tent.
How come?
Look at O'Malley.
He's like, how come she gets to be up there? Oh my god, his face. He's so betrayed. He's like, I cannot sleep. What am I to do?
Like
Danny's already like, I'm just gonna take up this little tiny spot right here. You're not even gonna notice me. You're not using it. He's gonna try to get in the same
lay
spot.
down.
He's like, okay, I'll lay down.
He'll just protect us all night.
Yeah. That's pretty much how he sleeps in the tent. If you're gonna be on the bed, you have to wear the hat. That's the deal,
No.
He is worried. You see something? If you see something, say something.
So do y'all do that? Like, have little voices and personalities for your animals? Because we do. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just so many thoughts going on in their heads. Look at.
Clearly, yeah.
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 That's funny.
I feel like I usually know what they're thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was just I had a lot of footage from inside.
Yeah, just the sweet little intimate moments from inside our tent. This was the last time we camped in this tent with the dogs, so I'm kind of glad that you
Oh, wow.
have all this because it shows. It was cramped, but it was also it was cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw Danny, her little head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But O'Malley would not sleep in the tent. He had a lot of trouble.
Too much going on.
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah.
What about Danny? Asleep. Because what's crazy about camping is that all the ground around you is dirt. There's no beds. There's no fluffy dog pillows. There's no couches. It's pretty tough on him.
What do you think he's thinking about?
It's about all the noises.
Oh, he is so tired.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Oh.
night.
Did you hear him? Good night, Om. Nope. Shift's not over. Yeah, this one's a little spooky. There's been lots of noises.
All right, well, good night.
Hopefully we make it through.
I do remember that was. Yeah, you remember, right?
Something fell on our tent, hit our tent, and we woke up.
Or we just happened to wake up at the same time, but we both woke up
oh my gosh.
in a we were like, what?
Yeah.
Like when you wake up already in a panic, but I think something might have fallen on the tent, like a little tree branch or something fallen on the tent.
We don't know.
Either that or we had some sort of, one of us had a dream and then we both woke up.
Yeah.
But yeah, we woke up on edge.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And O'Malley was like, what? I've got it, guys.
Yeah.
I've been keeping lookout.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
But we woke up both frightened.
Yeah.
And then
screamed.
Ah!
I was afraid that we woke up neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that park. It's naturey.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in it.
That was
sounds like a gun. It sounds like a gunshot or something.
There was some kind of noise I just got in that footage, and O'Malley stopped eating, and then he kept going. We don't address it in the footage, but there's just noises all the time there.
Yeah.
Like random weird noises.
It takes a lot for O'Malley to pause eating. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what.
Also, Danny, in the tent, is like the cutest thing ever.
Oh, her tail.
Because she like made like a little piggy noise, and then you hear her tail go against the tent once she like noticed that we were looking at her.
It's
yeah.
She's sweet.
So I do my best to remember everything. Like,
Oh, this part's important. This part's very important. We were talking about it earlier. It all comes down to this right here. This moment.
so I do my best to remember everything, like camera stuff, but then this person forgets the potatoes.
Okay, so we're even then?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, wow.
Yeah. So we're two flawed human beings. Yep. It's something I had to learn.
That's crazy. It's like the arc, the full circle. You know.
I needed to forget something because I needed to be humbled because I needed to get over whatever I was feeling towards you.
We're both learning. We're both just trying something new. That's all this is.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be.
Yeah, like a competition or us
Yeah.
being mad at each other over it.
Yeah.
Like we just need to work together
Yeah.
and give each other grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's crazy to me because I almost didn't include that first part.
Yeah, because it's
of
rough.
The camera. Oh, this. You know, look. But then it's like, oh.
Yeah, look at how mean Heather is. But
Yeah, I mean, too. I had to show. I had to show it though. It's just funny
yeah.
what we had talked about. I mean, this whole thing is just making a whole lot of sense. Comment below if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, I thought this one was going to be
sorry.
literally last reflections. I was like, oh, Palmetto will be chill. Like there wasn't a whole lot going on. It'll be short. And then it's not.
It's the longest one.
Yeah.
So far, we did so much talking.
It's not. There was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot to unpack. Yeah.
And then there's the compilation at the end.
Here's pretty footage
Here's the pretty footage. Here's
to round it all out.
in the daytime, not spooky at night. It is very beautiful. Isn't that fun? You know? Just kind of so like if you watch that and it's boring, it can be. Depends on your mood, you know. It could be the most relaxing thing on earth. I was thinking about that while I was editing. I was like, this is so slow. Where's the action? What is it? You know, but then I'm like, God, I'm noticing when you watch it.
If you think that's boring, then you might need to think about what that means.
It's leaves falling. How cool is that? It's water flowing. That's cool to me.
It's beautiful.
It's the leaves. You know, we didn't have.
If you don't have time to watch leaves fall, then yeah, I don't know.
We just didn't have any of that color the previous day either, because it was nighttime. Like dark, nighttime, like basically most of the time we filmed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, once the sun came up, and I showed the people because it's like there's just people hanging out, having fun. Yeah. We did find another by the mill. There was another geocache thing, so I just opened it. It wasn't as interesting as the other one, but it was in like a ammo box, like military. But I didn't include that. But
yeah, I mean, we spent most of like this was a Sunday before we like had to go back home, and we spent like hours just exploring the park. Like going on every trail you could do, because it was just so pretty.
That's cool.
Yeah, very, very pretty in the daytime, and less spooky.
Peaceful.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I always remember that one as being ominous because of the way we woke up, you know, at night. It wasn't like nightmare screaming. It was just like, ugh. You know, we both woke up with a startle. Yeah. But, and I also have footage of us in the tent, and we say we heard something die earlier, like in the woods.
Lots of noises.
We've heard an animal die.
Yeah, we did hear an animal die, like straight up die. I think an owl got like a rabbit or something.
Yeah, because he celebrated afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, I remember
next
that.
to us, yeah.
Yeah, like before we went to sleep. Yeah, something.
In the in the woods next to us, we heard it. Didn't have footage, of course, but yeah. But it was just like it was just happening place.
And like I had been camping at Palmetto with my friend Jennifer, who has a van, and so like the first time I had camped there, I was like safe in your little like van,
insulated,
and so I think I felt a lot more like exposed, especially since I had like something to compare it to. So maybe that's why I was like talking about how small the tent was and all that stuff, which I mean I think we were
that's true though
planning on getting the new tent anyway.
We were planning on it, but that makes sense because you were like, this is way different than the last time I was here, and it's because of our tools. Right, yeah. Our things, yeah.
But it was still something to enjoy, because I don't think I noticed how bright and beautiful the stars were, you know, the first time I went camping there. So
yeah, it's all a balance. It's all give and take and compromise, like we talked about, you know. It's all compromise.
Yeah, and learning to be a little nicer to each other.
That wasn't mean, though. That wasn't mean. That's the thing, is where it's like, we're like, oh my gosh, that was atrocious, this interaction. But like, it's just more subtle, though. It's, you know, it's not like you're throwing rocks.
Right. Yeah.
But it's just kind of like, why, the why is very important. And I don't know how to define, well, I do know how to define it, but it's just having like a faith or a belief in yourself. Just saying, I'm doing this. I don't have to know why yet, because it will be revealed to me as I do the thing. Yeah. You know, like why travel? It's like, what do I get out of traveling? Can you prove it? Can you prove that I will get this out of it? And 10 times out of 10, it's like, well, no, you won't. Yeah. Nothing is.
Well, no matter where you travel to, you're taking yourself. And so if you're like not in a good place, it really doesn't matter if you travel or not. Because like that, we had to like work on ourselves too. Like we did not go camping with the dogs for 4 months after this. Like I was so done with them because we were like, we took them to Lake Somerville and that turned out being okay. But like you said, like we were kind of enclosed, and so that was a part of that. But I think we like, you know, we thought that, or at least I did think that, okay, like once we kind of have the logistics of camping down, like know how to camp, then like we can just bring the dogs along and we'll all have a good time together. But it's like, no, like there's some more stuff to like work on. So like patience would be one of those things.
Yeah.
And yeah. And like assured, like no, like being more sure of yourself and like can help too. But yeah, there was definitely some things for us to work on before it was like really fun with the dogs. Like we needed to kind of like figure out how to work together too. Yeah.
Well, even now we compromise when taking the dogs because we don't go on the biggest trails with the, you know, when we take Smoosh over here in O'Malley, because it's just too cumbersome, and but we've learned to enjoy just staying at our spot and
then camping with them is great. Yeah, exactly, because when we were doing this, it was like, oh well, we need to like do everything and get all this footage because we're going to make a video about this state park, but then we also have, you know, our animals. So then that was like way more stressful than camping now, where it's just like we're just chilling.
We're just chilling. Just be chill.
Yeah.
That's chill. Smoosh, do you have anything to add?
He's like, no, I wasn't there. He wasn't even alive yet.
This is before Smoosh's time. You know, Smoosh, you're in it. You'll be in it soon enough, and then we'll be.
He's probably just a little glimmer in one of those stars.
Oh my goodness.
All right, it's time for us to go.
Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you next time in episode 12, I guess. That's what comes next.
McKinney Falls. Yeah.
Go there, do that.